Hello, and welcome to Dickinson's Real Deal. I have a feeling something really special is going to turn up today.
I bet your expectations are high.
They certainly are.
The great make, always has been.
It still is today, isn't it?
I better get plenty out then.
You better have.
The magic name of Paul Storr.
Absolutely. Yeah.
One of the greatest English silversmiths. As always, I suspect there's going to be a few surprises.
It made my heart sing a little bit.
Ah, good. I've got to tell you, this is very unusual. I've never seen one in my life before.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are people going to take cash in their pocket? Are they going to gamble and go to the auction? I don't know. One thing I do know for sure, they want to walk away with the real deal.
So where are we today? Well, its most famous son is Eric. Yes, we're in Morecambe in Lancashire. Let's head to Tim Hogarth's table first. Bet you can't tell what this is. Ian, reveal all.
I brought along a Georgian mahogany cheese coaster, a kind of stand for cheese, big round cheeses to sit in.
Blimey, that's for a serious chunk of cheese. What does Tim think about it then?
Nice item, good decorative thing. Would like to have a go at buying that.
I will keep asking for more, I think, until I'm certain he's not going to give any more.
Not the strongest tactic, but good luck anyway.
Now, I want to know where you've got this item from.
I bought it at an auction in Glasgow about 6 months ago.
Glasgow?
I was bidding online at home.
You're a bit of a wheeler dealer then, Ian.
Occasionally, I buy things that I like. I was actually watching a different lot in the auction, and I didn't get that. It went for far too much money. But that's...
So you thought you'd have that?
Well, yeah, it seemed nice consolation price.
Well, you're a man after my own heart, really. So I would say that this probably dates from about 1810, 1820.
I thought Regency is what
Regency?
I thought, yeah, around there, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, this would have belonged to somebody. It would have been in a big country house or maybe a townhouse, sat on a table with a great big truckle of cheese on it. And it's quite unusual here that we've got like a double recess. Mm-hmm. So I think your cheese would be here, and maybe the grapes or something like that,
yeah.
Celery. And sometimes they have little wheels on them so that you can push them up and down the table. I think today, to buy a piece of cheese for that would be very expensive.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I mean, in my house, we just have those little triangular ones in,
we get slices,
in silver foil. I just want to just have a look at it, just sort of issue-wise. There, I don't know if you saw that. One of those has been replaced at some point.
I did that myself.
Did you now?
Yes, I did. Yes, and my handiwork must be worth some extra money too.
You've not done a bad job.
Yeah, in certain lights it looks really, really good. In some lights it looks really bad.
It's a bit like me in certain lights. All right, that's quite interesting, that. I'm going to make you an offer.
Good.
And I'm going to say 50, £100.
That's not awful for an opening bid, but it's not nowhere near as much as enough for me to accept it.
Have you got a profit? Are you in a profit yet?
Yeah.
What about £150, Ian?
Better?
It's a lot.
Not there yet, though, are we?
You have restored this item,
Yeah.
so...
So how much is my handiwork worth? What's the minimum wage? How many hours did I spend on it? I've invested money in this.
You have?
Time,
Well,
effort, blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah. Right, what about 170 Ian?
That's getting better still, but I think I would still like some more, please.
More?
Yeah, and a little bit more.
Do you want a word with David?
Well, I heard you saying to our dealer, I want some more. But let me just tell you what the independent value is, the auctioneer, and what I think. They've all said 80 to 120. Now, I think they've been on the conservative side because of the work, Tim. But I'm going to say this to you. I think Tim's offer is generous, and I don't think you would do any better by going to auction. And I'm going to say, on this occasion, Tim, very fair offer.
Deal. Thank you very much.
I didn't take a lot of thinking about that, did it?
I made a profit.
What did you pay for it?
The hammer price at the auction was £45.
Good deal, good deal.
I hope you make a profit too.
I hope I make as much as you did. good quality item and you pay for what you get. And I am very happy with my cheese coaster.
That money will come in really, 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 really handy. And I think I can't do maths, I'm terrible, but I think I've tripled my money or something like that, which is great.
You did a cracking job there. Well done.
Hello, Wendy.
Our Cheryl Halfpenny is a stylish girl, but will Wendy's kimono be the perfect fit for her? Guess that depends on the price.
I would like about £150 for it. Hopefully I'll get that, but we'll see what happens.
Tell me about your kimono.
This was something that I picked up while I was living in Japan from one of the antique markets there. We used to go and spend our time in our free time after work, just kind of wandering around and seeing Kyoto. And I came across this in one of the antique markets while I was walking about. So.
What were you doing in Japan?
I was teaching there. I was there for 3 years, so yeah, I was teaching.
So why are you thinking of selling it?
I think it's beautiful. I absolutely love it, but it's not something you can wear every day, and it's been sat in a cupboard for a number of years. And I'm pregnant, but we're having a boy, so I don't think he's going to want to wear it. I think
no, maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe not. No, it's beautifully embroidered and it's all pure silk.
It is, yeah, it's
So
absolutely beautiful.
You can feel it, it's lovely. And look at these amazing sleeves and all this fantastic...
You can tell with the sleeves it's for a single lady. So it may be a wedding kimono. Single ladies have long sleeves, married ladies have short sleeves.
Really?
Yeah.
How interesting.
Yeah.
It is stunning, the markings on the silk and everything. Age-wise, did the sellers give you an idea of the age?
About 1920s.
It is absolutely beautiful. What do you do with it? I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
But I'll get some cash out. If you don't like my bid, you can try your luck in auction. So, how about £20?
Nowhere near.
Nowhere near. How about £30? You're shaking your head quite furiously at me. I'm going to put another 10 down at 40, Wendy.
You're miles off.
Am I?
Yeah, you are absolutely miles off.
I'm just not sure who I would sell it to, and just the little bit of staining and things.
I think it's never been. I didn't want to put it through a dry cleaners because I didn't want to cause it more harm than good.
Yeah,
so
totally
because it's
agree
antique,
with
I
that.
thought it would better leaving the marks that were there, that were mostly on the inside.
Yes,
and leave it as it was.
Well, I'd like to offer you £40 in cash. What would you like to do?
I'm going to take it to auction. There's no way I'm taking £40 for it.
I hope you do really well on the day.
Yeah.
Now go on, tell me, what did you pay for it?
I paid £12 for it.
Well, I'm sure you're going to get a great return on your £12. I
hope so.
Thank you for bringing it along.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I would rather take it home and keep it in a cupboard than sell it for that.
It didn't fit me. What would I have done with it?
How about selling it on for a profit? What does auctioneer David Brooks think?
The kimono, is it the right colour? The colour makes a lot of difference with kimonos, and it will sell for 100, 150. Let's see.
Fingers crossed. Here we go.
50.
It's coming up now with a £150 reserve. If it doesn't make that, you will be taking it home.
Yeah.
Is it going to make it? It is superb.
May I ask 200, please? 200. Start me at 100 then. At £100 for the kimono. Any interest at £100 for the very decorative kimono there at 100. No interest.
Passed. Didn't see it. I understand that.
Yeah,
because
no, I understand
a
that
lot of
too.
people think, oh, it's one of those kimonos they bought on a cruise and it cost 50 quid. No, it's not. This is something superb, sophisticated, that was made for the home Japanese market.
Sure.
I think really it was worth a fair bit more.
I still get to keep the kimono. That works
You
for
still
me.
get to keep it, take it home. Wonderful thing. Real deal though with Cheryl Halfpenny, 40 quid.
Never mind, Wendy. Better luck next time. Coming up is Alison teasing Dennis.
And you think that I'm close?
I think you're close.
Well, you thought wrong. 120.
Find out what's causing her to splash the cash after the break.
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal.
Across the den is Andrea about to make David Halfpenny's day.
Andrea, pleased to meet you.
Go on, Tell us what you've got in store for him.
I've brought an Omega watch with me today. I'd like to take away £130 if possible. I think David will be really fair, fingers crossed.
This Omega watch is something I'd like to buy. Omega watches and Rolexes are my favourites.
We never would have guessed it.
Well, you brought one of my favourite things in here, a watch.
I have.
Tell me something about it.
It belongs to my dad.
Right.
He was given it in the late 1960s. It's been in a drawer for a lot of years, and I brought it here today to put it to some good use. Any money given for it to go to charity, the Alzheimer's Society.
Very nice of you. Well, that's a very interesting watch. It's an Omega, very popular. They made lots and lots of models, and this particular one, if I'm not mistaken, was made to celebrate the Olympics in, I think in 1968. I think, well, they made it after that as well, you know, they call it the Olympic watch. It's with the stopwatch here, where you press the thing and off it goes. And press it again and it returns to zero. And they were the official timers for the Olympics.
Right.
And it's in nice and original condition. And it's got the deployment buckle here. Yeah, it's nice and original, not being messed about with.
No, it's not been touched.
And with the orange second hand, it stands out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So it's quite a futuristic watch in its time.
Yeah.
So that's probably why I bought it, because he liked it.
Yeah.
I better get plenty out then.
You better have.
So, Andrea, £50, is that any good?
It's a very nice offer.
Not enough.
But not enough.
I knew you were going to say that. £100, Andrea, what do you think?
It's very nice.
Well, just before you make a decision, let me tell you what our independent valuers say in the auctioneer. 100 to 150 is the general estimation, but one of our guys, who is a specialist, says 180 to 250. So I think David is a little bit shy there. TikTok, it's running the stopwatch, we need more money.
TikTok.
Well, I better tick on a bit more. 150, 160 pounds.
Could you see yourself taking it to 170 and we have a deal?
I'll just stop the watch. Has he made it up to 200 yet?
Not yet.
You're only 40 quid shy, and then I'm sure he'll send it away to be restored to be one of those 600 quid ones.
Andrea.
You listen to David, he speaks sense.
Listen to him, I'd be skinned. I'll tell you what I'll do, £180 because it's going to a good cause, Andrea.
It is.
That'll be my offer.
Okay.
We got a deal?
Deal.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andrea.
Thank you. David was absolutely brilliant, and I'm chuffed to bits because I came away with £50 more than I thought I would.
I think I'd been very fair with that watch, but it's a desirable watch when it's restored, so I'm happy with it.
We knew that would put a smile on your face, David. And it's even better when our sellers go home happy too. Next up, it's Dennis, who's brought in a Japanese vase. But why is he so keen to sit down with Alison Chapman?
She's a relaxed and a good dealer, and I think I should get a good price. I'm hoping to get maybe between £50 and £70.
You know how princesses have to sometimes kiss a lot of frogs before they find their prince? That's how I feel about the vase. I've got a Prince of a piece coming up, and I'm very excited.
Oh, Dennis, your luck could be in.
How did you come by it?
Well, actually, funnily enough, I bought it in a charity shop about a year ago. It wasn't cheap. It wasn't for a charity shop. It was, quite expensive. But I liked it.
Like how much? £5?
Well, we'll get to that maybe. Not that cheap. It wasn't that cheap, but I think it's a typical Japanese shape.
It is a typically European shape.
Oh, right. So made for the European market, maybe.
Yes.
Right. Is that a good thing?
It is also a typically classic shape.
Oh, right.
You can see all sorts of factories that have used this beautiful slim neck, then this lovely ovoid body. It is a very classic shape.
Right, so what age would you
I
it
think
would be?
it's probably about 1880, 1900.
All right, so would that be Art Nouveau or something?
Yeah,
in that
Art
period?
Nouveau.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's got that sort of patina. It's been around a few years, hasn't it?
Yeah, this is quite. It's interesting to me that this is worn because it's although we call it bronze,
Yeah.
it's actually brass, and this is a
Oh, right.
patination as the piece ages. What would be nice is to see a signature at the base, and very often one doesn't, because if the vases have had water in, the base is rust. This hasn't rusted, but unfortunately there's no signature. So the fish are lovely, aren't they? The
They
carp.
are. They're really well done.
They're
I think.
definitely koi carp. As I turn it round, you can see that the carp are in relief, so the fin here is raised, and that makes it really quite appealing to me. It made my heart sing a little bit. It's exactly the kind of thing I like to buy.
Right.
Why do you want to sell it? Because you bought it because you liked it.
So I just come along and get some more information, really, and if the price was right, I might sell it.
Okay, but I like it.
Ah, good.
So, 50.
All right, good start.
Are you surprised?
No. I think we're we're in the ballpark.
£70.
Yeah, that's okay. I think we're almost there. We're in that zone. You're in the area of a little bit more maybe than what I paid for it. I'll tell you that now.
So what did you pay for it?
You want to
It's
know
not
now?
going to make any difference now.
55, and she wanted
55.
75.
Yeah. And you think that I'm close?
I think you're close.
Well, you thought wrong. My offer is £120.
Oh, right, that's surprising. I think that's a good offer.
Do you? You like that?
Yeah, I think that's a good offer.
Do you want to take that?
I don't want to be greedy. I think that's a good offer. Yeah, I'll take that.
Lovely,
That's
we got a
good.
deal, Dennis. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I couldn't see that coming at all. I thought she might go to 80. I thought putting the 50 on, that sealed the deal, really.
Sometimes for antique dealers, the element of surprise can be their best weapon. I shall expect to see about £200 for it.
So has Alison made a canny purchase after all? We'll find out later. Coming up, a magic name has appeared in the den.
All store. You see, that's how you talk about all store. So it's important.
Does a big name mean big bucks? Find out after the break. Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal from Morecambe in Lancashire.
Hello, Kay. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Cheryl is usually the first to recognise a bit of quality. So what does she make of Kay's items?
First glance, I thought, oh, an incomplete cruet set. Then I had a further look, and it's Paul's store. This is all down to the name.
No wonder this has got tongues wagging, including the Duke and auctioneer David Brooks.
The magic name of Paul Store.
Absolutely. Yeah.
One of the greatest English silversmiths.
Blimey, this sounds interesting.
But I have a little feeling it's not quite what it appears.
It's not.
Do tell.
Well, I work for Age UK in South Lakeland, and this was donated about a year ago. And the first thing I found out that it was 1801, and I looked up the maker, and I'd said PS, so I looked it up. That's a Paul Store.
The magic word Paul Store is because he was a royal silversmith. So it was a bit like today, if one of the royal family wears a dress, everybody wants it. It's a similar thing, and the quality was right up there. This would have been in a silver, basket type,
Yes.
if you can imagine it. And all the bottles will have slotted into their individual places. I know that we're missing stoppers, and that when I've had a closer look, there has been some damage to the base here as well. It's been ground away, there's been a chip. So they're the little minus points, but it still has that early day, 1801, it's still Paul's Store. It's very wanted.
Now, David, when these came through the door and I saw them from a distance, it looked to be part of a condiment set. Silver mounts, probably worth, I don't know, 60 or 80 quid. And then, under close inspection, the magic name of Paul's store.
Absolutely. Gives a whole new aspect to it, doesn't it, that wasn't there before. And very much of their time with the actual style of the cut glass as well, not just the silver. We would estimate them at auction 3 to 4, 3 to 5, depending on your sort of auction estimate banding, but that sort of area.
Okay. Our independent valuers, they're perhaps a little bit stronger. They're saying 3 to 6. But because they are Paul's store, I have a feeling they could or may do a lot better when exposed to a wider audience.
So I bet your expectations are high.
They certainly are.
50. 100.
To start,
Okay. 150.
I think you're going to have to do a little bit better than that.
Okay. 200.
Getting there.
How much do I like it? Damage, missing the stoppers.
Paul store. Magic words.
Right. The charity and £250 K.
It's got to be higher, hasn't it?
Okay, I need to get in there and say, this is not enough money. We need more money on the table.
What do you think to that bid?
Well, I think we're getting there. I'd still like a little bit more.
David?
Now then, if this was just an ordinary silversmith, we would look at these and say, we have what seems to be part of a condiment set. But what I do know is Paul's store, one of the greatest English silversmiths. And because of that, it makes it a whole different ballpark. Collectors of silver, their ears will pick up as soon as they hear the name Paul's store. A realistic bid on the table, but not enough as far as I believe.
So, you're going to want a little bit more.
I think I'm going to want a little bit more, please.
So, 300.
Well, I think you've been very fair, Cheryl. I think it's a really fair offer, but we'd really like it to realise as much as possible for Age UK.
350k. Don't forget you've got that commission in the sale room.
Indeed.
Now I've come back in, the ante has been upped a bit here.
Yeah.
Cheryl sees the potential in this. I'm still going to say Paul Store. Paul Store. You see, that's how you talk about Paul Store. So it's important. And because it's for your charity, I think you owe it to the charity to go to a wider audience.
Well, I'm going to put another one down. So there's £400 in cash, but the choice is yours. That's my final offer.
Thank you for your offer, but we'd like to take it to auction.
Okay, well, thank you very much for bringing it along. If you don't do well at auction, that's a standing bid of £400 because it's for charity, so hopefully you're in a win-win situation.
Thank you very much.
But fingers
very
crossed
generous.
it does very, very well for you on the day.
Thank you.
Kate.
It's a very generous offer Cheryl's made, especially with the stand-on offer. But we'd like to take it to auction. We hope it would make around about £600.
Because it was for charity, I wanted her to be in a winning situation no matter what happened at auction.
So Cheryl's offer of £400 is guaranteed. But can Kay do better at auction or not?
Surely fine. Thank you, Jeff. See you now.
Coming up now is your amazing set of condiments. What are they going to make? Let's find out.
We come now to lot 30, which is the Paul Store silver and condiments set. Start me at £300 for the Paul Store silver. Any interest at £300. Surely you must start me at
I'm
£300.
amazed. I would expect a dealer to go for these.
Well, you do surprise me at £300. No.
No bids there, but the good news is Cheryl Hakeney, our dealer, said, I'll stand on. And so I'm going to say, Cheryl, thank you very, very much indeed. £400. My instructions are from Cheryl. She will send a cheque to Age UK right away for £400. And then, of course, we will pass on these silver items to her. Any comments? Are you pleased?
I wouldn't say it's a bit disappointed there was no interest in the auction, but hopefully Cheryl will be able to find a good home for them.
Thank you very much indeed, Cheryl Hakeney. Standing on for charity at £400. Real deal.
It certainly was. Thanks a million, Cheryl.
Hello, my name's
Next up, it's Patsy, who's hoping to strike a deal with Alison.
I brought in a football shield, and the minimum I would like to take for it today is £200.
I would like to think that I might be able to buy that for around about the £100 mark.
And I'm going to try to do the best I can to get the most out of Alison.
That's all you can do, Patsy. But you're after double what Alison is prepared to pay.
So this is a shield.
Yes.
That represents, it's quite clear, North London Sunday League football.
Yes.
How do you come to own it?
It was my husband's. He was given it as part of a payment for a job he was doing repairing a chimney. The bloke couldn't pay the bill, so he decided to take that.
And how much do you owe him for the
I
job?
haven't got a clue. He never mentioned that. So
Never mentioned that.
He died, I'm afraid, sadly. So
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's okay. It's a couple of years ago now, so.
Well, it's really decorative. It's silver plate.
Yes.
And I would think it's probably 1900s.
Yeah.
And the Sunday League football was for amateur players. So the Middlesex Wanderers presented this to the North London Football League. In the centre here we've got the players and the football, and then we've got lovely flowers and acanthus leaves and oak. Oak is such a strong thing to have depicted because that shows durability and the test of time, and these young men, you know, being made stronger through their sport. It's really this piece here that captures
Yes,
it, really,
it is.
isn't
It is very, very much so.
What will you do with the money if I buy it?
I would use it for treating my son because he had a pretty hard time dealing with the situation. So just to treat him.
My elder sister, she died, and I brought her children up, and her youngest was 9.
It's a hard time. Yeah, that's what my son is. He's 9.
In a way, I'd quite like to join in on the day by giving you a good price for this piece.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Okay. 50? £100?
No.
Okay. So I'm wide off the mark?
Yes.
I thought that was quite a keen offer, actually. So I'm recalculating my thoughts. 140?
No.
Well, I've been listening from the sideline, and I know there's quite a lot of sentiment, naturally, regarding this plant.
Yes.
It is only silver plate, but football memorabilia is quite big news. We have a 200 to 250, and we have a 200 to 300 pounds. So 140 is a reasonable offer, but I do believe there's a good chance, no guarantee, of maybe doing better at auction.
So, Alison, can you offer me any more?
What I shall do is I shall take that back. £200.
Could you possibly offer me a little bit more?
I would like to offer you a bit more, but I'm not going to because I feel that is a good offer. It's more than I had wanted to pay.
Okay. I think I'll have a deal at that.
You will?
Yes.
Right, but what I would like to do,
I'd
like to give an extra £20 for your son.
Thank you very much.
He can buy something he'd like.
Thank you.
So we've got a good deal there, haven't we?
Yes,
Patsy?
thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I was fine up until Alison gave me the £20 for my son, and that was it. That started the waterworks.
I did pay much more than I thought I would because I got emotionally involved in Patsy and her story, really.
You're only human, Alison. Besides, it's nice to see the softer side of you dealers occasionally. Coming up,
I have me rub down first.
what's getting the Duke so hot under the collar?
I can't take any more, Georgina. For another pensioner, it's getting a bit too exciting.
And what on earth is this?
This is something I haven't seen before. This is a brain teaser, this one.
Find out after the break.
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal.
Don't you just love it when a seller brings in an item that puzzles our dealers? And that's exactly what Vivian has done to David.
And this is something I haven't seen before. This is a brain teaser, this one.
I'm hoping to get £50 for it. I'm not sure if David's going to like it, but I've got my fingers crossed.
Vivian, put us out of our misery. What is it?
Well, at the moment, it's the thermometer in my front room. It was bought for me by a friend who accidentally broke my room thermometer and thought he'd better replace it. But it's obviously not meant to measure the temperature in a room. It appears to me to measure liquid, and it has Russian markings on it.
I see it has down here, some Russian writing,
It has been
yeah.
suggested that it was for lowering into vodka, into a vat of vodka.
You haven't tried, have you?
I have not tried it.
Well, Vivian, you like unusual things, and I've got to tell you that this is very unusual. I've never seen one in my life before, and I like scientific instruments, and I like instruments of any type.
Yes.
It's obviously a temperature gauge of some type, isn't it?
It
Thermometer.
is, yes.
And it's in stages of -5, -10, 0, 10 degrees, 20 degrees, 30 degrees.
Yeah.
And then we've got,
And it
it
twists
turns
to
round
close
here
it.
to
Close
protect
up.
the tube.
Yes.
I've seen things that measure alcohol density before, but not like this.
Because the glass bowl where the glass tube starts is in the centre
Yes, of
of this
course.
well.
Yeah.
So that's why I assumed that it was meant for liquid.
Well, yeah, this is the reservoir down here
Yes.
for the mercury, and I'm sure
Yeah.
that would protect it. Probably looks as though it was made around the 50s, I would have thought. So, Vivian, you'd be sorry to see this go, won't you?
I have a problem keeping my grandson off it.
Yes, well, you don't want to break it.
And
It's all in
no, and
nice
I'm
condition.
yes, yeah. Before another thermometer gets broken, I think something a little better for measuring room temperature might be more appropriate.
I'll get
So we'll see.
some dosh out.
Here we
and
go.
see. I might not need all this, will I?
Not all of it, not quite.
What about a tenner, Vivian?
No.
Well, I was only
Nice.
starting you off. £30.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going.
£40.
I
some advice?
think there might be a little more in it.
Well,
Hello.
I haven't got a clue what it is, Vivian. We know it's a thermometer. Some people have said it might be for vodka, but it could be for all manner of things. £40 to £60 is the estimation. I think just because it's Russian, it may attract a little bit more interest at the sale room, and of course it may not. So it may be a damp squib, what I'm telling you there. So that's what's on the table, unless David offers more, auction or cash on the table.
Well, Vivian, there we are. So I know this sounds a bit mean, but I'm going to give another £5. Does that sound very mean?
It does a bit.
I think I'd sell this for 50 quid, I'll be honest with you. If you want to go to auction, I wouldn't be offended. Have we
You've got
a
a deal, I'll take that. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Vivian.
David was really nice. He was a real gentleman. I was hoping for 50, but 45 is pretty close, and it is a bit of a gamble at auction for an item that nobody really knows what it's for.
Bit of research to do then, David. Back in the den, there's an air of fun, and it's coming from Tim's table. And if Georgina's personality is as dazzling as her top, then we're in for some entertainment.
And you're looking very bright.
Well, thank you very much. I've looked like Ken Dodd gone wrong all year now. I'm getting with it. Can I just say what I want?
You can say exactly what you want.
I've got to speak from my heart.
You have. So
I
you look
have.
like Ken Dodd gone wrong all year.
Yes, all year I've been terrible. I'm great now, yeah. Back to the dancing, running the grabber granny and yeah.
So you
And the
do a bit of the
rainbows.
dancing then?
Oh, that's my grabber granny brooch, yeah. I run the Rainbow Centre at Morecambe on a Thursday for the over 55s. And we do have some fun.
So, you've brought a bit of your gold in, Georgina?
Yes, love, yes.
So, let's have a look at what you've brought. Has hubby bought you these?
No, they were my brothers that died.
Right. So we've got a 9-carat bracelet. Now we know it's 9-carat because it says 375 on it. So that 375 means that there's 375 parts of gold to a well, there's pure gold is 1,000, you know. So actually it's 999.9 because if it was 1,000, it'd be just like liquid form.
Oh, right.
So they've taught you something as well.
Yes, it's true, isn't it? You never stop learning.
And then you've got a gold chain here.
Yes.
This one's also 9-carat.
Yes.
So have you ever worn these down when you're doing dancing and that?
Well, I go for more sparkly stuff.
I've gathered that, Georgina.
So they've been in a box range, so I thought, well, come in here. I'm dying to see you all, so I brought those and it worked.
This is really easy to do, this.
Yeah, good.
Money-wise.
Right.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
50.
Yes.
100.
Yes.
150.
Yes.
200.
Yes.
250.
Yes.
£300,
Yes.
Georgina.
Yes.
What do you think to that?
Well, if you could put another 20 down, I'll go.
Just
hello,
before-
David.
hello,
hey.
how are you?
We've met him in the flesh.
Blimey.
Hey, I know.
This is Georgina.
You're coming to grab a granny at Rainbow
Grab a
Centre.
granny?
The Rainbow Centre?
Yeah, they're all waiting for you.
What are they feeding them on at the Rainbow Centre?
I know. I have been ill all year. I'm just with it now.
You with it now?
Yes, I am. That's why I've missed
feeling,
you all the other time.
You feeling fit now?
Yes, you can have your favourite dance, whatever you want. There you are.
Okay, we've had a bit of fun.
All right, sorry.
Let's get down to the
Okay,
serious
love.
business.
Yes.
£250 to £300 is the estimation.
Yes.
I can tell you as of today, the scrap value is about £336. £300 leaves a small profit for young
Bless
Tim
you,
here.
right.
You've bewitched him. Otherwise,
I know.
Has bewitched
otherwise he wouldn't have put down that kind of money. And if I find out that you've been down to the Rainbow Club,
Yes,
you'll be in trouble.
I'm there next
I've told them all
Thursday,
you-
David. We've got a
Okay.
date.
1 o'clock. Oh, I have me rub down first. and
Oh,
I'll be
you
there.
don't have your rub down, do you?
Yeah, they have what you call
Now,
it.
come on,
yeah, honestly.
Georgina.
They have a massage. She's a girl at the Rainbow.
I can't take any more,
sorry,
Georgina.
Okay, right.
For another pensioner, it's getting a bit too exciting.
Oh, well, you're allowed in the Rainbow
So
then,
all
right.
I'm going to say is £300, an excellent offer.
Thank you.
Don't even think about it.
I won't.
Get that in your purse and away to the Rainbow Club.
Oh, bless you. Right.
Have we got a deal, Georgina?
Yes, I won't even ask for that other 20.
Don't,
deserve it.
'cause you won't
Thanks,
get it. Thank you.
Wow. So do I just take that now?
In a minute.
Oh, sorry, love.
Hold your horses, Georgina. We'd like to know what you think first.
It's brilliant. I wasn't even expecting that. I just come to see you all. So it's wonderful.
What a ray of light onto this table. The Ginger Rogers of Morecambe, and she danced away with £300.
You've certainly made our day. So do any of our dealers feel like dancing after their buying sprees today? Well, certainly not Cheryl. Everything she tried to buy went off to auction, but eventually the condiment set came back to her.
If you don't do well at auction, that's a standing bid of £400 because it's for charity, so hopefully you're in a win-win situation. Thank you.
And they both were, because Kay made £400 for charity and Cheryl made a small profit. Alison thought she'd stumbled upon a good find in the shape of a Japanese vase.
I shall expect to see about £200 for it.
Not yet, you won't. No buyer, no profit. Lesson learnt?
When an antique dealer falls in love with something, they can get carried away.
But she did much better with the football shield.
If I found someone that liked football, I could get quite good money for it.
And funnily enough, she knew just the man. A member of the Football Association snapped it up for £300. Tim also made a total profit of 80 on his buys. First, there was the cheese coaster that he sold to an interior decorator for £210. And he also made a quick profit by scrapping the chain and selling the bracelet on in his shop. David didn't recognise a thermometer when he saw one.
Well, I'm looking for a Russian to tell me what it is.
Well, he didn't need to, as he sold it on to a mate, so didn't make any money on the deal. However, the Amiga watch that he bought for £180 showed him a much better return. So none of our dealers have stood out today, but we all know who stole the show, our Georgina.
What do you think to that?
Yes, that'll be fine. Thank you very much. Is that what I said?
Yeah, just give us a chance to get in, Georgina.
Oh, sorry, David.
That's
I
all
didn't
right.
know you were coming back. Right.
That's all right, Georgina.
They're going to throw me out of
here we
here.
go.
Right, love.
You can come back on the show anytime, Georgina, and it could be your turn next.
Have you ever fancied coming on the show? Because it's very, very simple. All